and welcome back. I'm Doug. This is McKenna. Say hi.
Hi.
And what will we be making today?
We will be making
Dinner rolls? You gotta be louder, otherwise they can't hear you.
or they have dinner rolls.
Alright, to get started here, you want to get water that is 120 degrees. My tap comes out slightly hotter than that, so we just did hot tap water, let it cool for a second, and then added our yeast. Hold on a sec, babe. And then that needs to sit for about 10 minutes for the yeast to activate. You start off by adding just under half of your flour into the mixing bowl.
Oops.
No worries. Alright. Here, don't worry about a little spill, babe. Following that, don't worry about it. Following that, you put your sugar and your salt in there. Or your sugar, I should say. I'm going to turn this on low so that the powder doesn't fly around. You want to dump in our yeast. Okay. We have our warm milk. Dump it back in here to wash the remainder of the yeast back in. We're going to let that mix around a little bit until it starts to come together. Crank it up there. And we'll add our butter. Alright, we're going to turn it back to lower. I'm going to grab a small spoon and we're going to add it a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a little scoop of the flour and you're just going to tap it right down in there. Careful not to hit the hook spinning.
Like this? Oh. Oh my goodness, again.
It's alright, a little spill is no problem, babe. We're going to get flour all over anyway. You can go a little faster. You're just adding it kind of slowly to get it to going all nice. You don't got to worry about it that much, babe. You're overthinking it. And as we keep going, it'll start to form a really wet batter, like a pancake batter. Hold on a sec. As you can see, stop for a second. As you can see, it's a loose batter. As we go and continue adding the flour, it'll become a dough ball. And at that point, we can kick the speed up more. If you get a lot of flour build up on the sides, you can gently tap the sides of the bowl a few times and it'll get the flour to fall down in there. At this point, babe, let's just go with the last of it. Sprinkle the last of it in there. The salt was in the bottom of that flour. I should have explained that earlier, but I'm gonna crank it up more. How's our dough looking in there? Is it a dough ball yet, or is it still a puddle?
There's a little bit on the side, but it's a dough pile. It's a dough pile.
At this point, I will scrape down my sides a little bit. Oh yeah, there's a little puddly still. Scraping the bottom to make sure I don't have any pockets of goodness down there that we're missing. Now at this point, if your dough is looking a little loose, you can add a little bit more flour as needed. Ours looks really loose, so I'm going to add more flour. I'm going to help a little bit just because we want to. Watch your fingers, babe. Now we'll wait and we'll see. That should bring it together now. Still a little loose. Red and flour. Now watch for a minute as that mixes in. Can you see that?
Just cleaning it. No worries. No worries.
Now, as you can see, we don't need that. It's forming one solid ball. Scraping the little part separated at the bottom. But it's not sticky to the touch. And we've got enough flour. Now we can kick it on high. And we're going to let it just beat for a couple minutes, kneading it for us. Just working the gluten like we would for pasta. Old KitchenAid. Beast of a motor. That's your hands. Alright, we'll let it knead like that for a second. I'm gonna drop these over here and grab you a towel.
You can't touch the cord. Can't touch the cord. They also give us a huge thumbs up.
She has been very, very anxious to request the thumbs up. Alright, once this is finished kneading, we're gonna...
It looks finished.
Yeah? What am I forgetting here with the bowl?
Putting that in there.
Yeah, we need something else. We need oil in the bowl first, don't we?
Yeah. I know where the oil is. It's in here. Can I pour it?
I'm just gonna do it real quick because we don't need all that. We only need a little bit so we can roll our dough in it to prevent it from getting air on the outside.
Is it ready?
Almost.
It's ready now. It looks ready now.
It does, it looks very good. Alright, at this point,
Yep.
we have a nice, we have a nice smooth dough. I will, you want to smell it?
It smells good.
It smells like yeast. We're gonna Start up here at the top and drop it down. And just slide. It pretty much slides right out.
Can I try this?
No. Again, I don't know why you always want to try the raw flour, babe, but it's not as delicious as you're thinking it's going to be. Alright, we have it. We have it rolled. I'm going to wash my hands. We're going to saran wrap it. We're going to set it in a warm area to proof for about 15 minutes, and we'll be back.
Yep.
Welcome back. As you can see, our dough is doubled in size here, so we are going to continue carrying on. We're going to take our lump of dough out here. We are going to cut it. I like to go eight more or less equal portions. Alright. You take it and you're kneading it. You're folding it over on itself. See? Pull the sides out. Tuck it under. And then you go like this.
How do you do it?
A little bit. With your hands like that. And it'll give you a nice round little roll. Yeah, stretch it, fold it. Stretch it, fold it.
Stretch it, fold it.
Yes, and then we're tucking our edges all underneath. As long as you're not too picky, shape doesn't really matter. You can pack them all in a 8x8 or 9x9 and they will merge into one giant loaf of delicious. You could roll the entire thing out and bake it off in a loaf pan. It's just a pretty simple eggless yeast roll recipe.
I need to roll.
Oh, you're having too much trouble snowballing them?
Can you help me?
Yeah. Pull it apart, fold it over, stretching the surface around.
And this one. Because I did the stretching.
Alright, you want to get that last one ready for me, babe?
Yeah. Sometimes you need to do this. Okay, right? One more. I get it right. Only up on that.
Alright,
This
here,
time.
let me finish that one off for you. It's very needed. That's a board knife. A dough knife.
Do this.
Alright.
Guess
We're gonna arrange them a little better on this because we don't want ours to grow together. Oh, those guys were fine right there. Alright, now you let them rise for another half hour. They'll double in size again, and then we'll finally get to put them in the oven. So we'll be back in a half hour. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes now. Take a look at them. Oh yeah, nice and doubled up. Now, alright, we have our oven preheated to 375. We're gonna stick them in. It takes about 20 minutes. You wanna turn them, like spin the pan around in the oven halfway. Brush them with melted butter about a minute before they come out, and it should be good to go. Let's get these in the oven.
Let's first show them. Such video. Perfect dinner.
Perfect dinner rolls.
Perfect dinner rolls.
Thank you.
thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and give us a huge thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.